All right, and welcome back to the KG Show. We are here for episode 8, and today we have Joe Shug Hicks. He is a Grand Rapids native. He is 13-1 with 8 KOs. He's a 4-time national champion, 2019 National Golden Gloves champion, former Team USA standout, former U.S. Olympic team captain, and he is fighting Troy Isley on August 15th for Salida Promotions. Joe, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me here.
For sure, dude. I'm glad you could make it. I know you're probably super busy with camp and, making all this happen. You're actually driving to Atlanta tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we take off. We take off today, actually. We taking off today.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, I really appreciate you fitting in, man. I'm really excited to kind of talk to you about this. So as I mentioned, you are a Grand Rapids native, and let's just jump into it. How did boxing first enter your life?
So boxing always been something like that my family been in love with on my dad's side. So my dad used to always tell everybody that I will be his champion one day. This is a story I tell all the time, but my dad used to tell people I'll be his champion one day. And, I never heard him say it, but because when my dad passed, I was 2. But I get it from my mom. My mom never let the memory of my father fade ever. So she would tell me all the time, like, your dad used to want you to box. And first time I actually stepped into a gym and was serious was when I was 19. And I just felt like a piece of him was there,
What was it about that he wanted you to fight? Did he fight himself?
So my dad was a street legend. He wanted to fight himself, but, he had to pay the bills. So
he wanted to see that happen for you, and it's kind of crazy that it worked out. Like, did you feel like that was something you wanted to give back to him as you got older?
Definitely. He made sacrifices for me and my sister that, they go without saying, like he lost his life ultimately from it. So it's like me, the thing that I can do for him is be the best version of myself as he would want me to be, and with boxing, it was just like, I want to try it. I want to do it. I fell in love the first moment I got in the gym.
When did you realize that this could be something serious?
From the first day before I even got in the gym. Whenever I put my mind to something, I swear, whatever it is, I do it. And like any coach that ever coached me at any sport, go back to high school basketball, go back to high school football. Any coach that's ever had me will tell you, once I lock in, I give you all of me. It's never just like that little bit or half, they call it half-assing, but I'm always giving you 100% of whatever it is that you want from me.
All the way in?
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So at what point did Team USA become the goal?
Actually, the first goal I ever had was win the national tournament in the Golden Gloves. Because, that's the tournament that everybody, when you first come into boxing, that's really big for you. You just know Golden Gloves. So I'm like, I got to win nationals. I thought that was the biggest thing. And then in the midst of me trying to win nationals, I saw some guys go to USA, go to the training center. I saw guys go to the Olympic team. I was watching Carissa, So when I seen that, the Golden Gloves wasn't the bigger picture. The bigger picture was to become an Olympian. Like I said, when I do something, I got to give you everything. So that was my goal. The ultimate, the number one goal, become an Olympian, win the medal.
Where does winning that National Golden Gloves championship rank among your accomplishments so far?
Oh, definitely still on my accomplishment list is definitely number one still because it was my first dream.
For the people who've never been through it, what makes the Golden Gloves tournament so special compared to other national tournaments?
I think what makes the Golden Glove tournament special is that other tournaments you got to have the money yourself to get to. You got to make the money. You got to pay for your room. You got to pay for everything. And with the Golden Gloves, once you win in your state, it's free. Everybody, they're taking your state is taking you to this tournament. So you got the best of every state. Every team, you got the best around the country, and y'all all fighting. And if you y'all fighting 5 days for that, that ring and that belt.
Was there a particular fight or opponent that made you realize I belong among the best in the country?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
Troy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
I've always believed in myself. I always believed in myself. I always thought I was better than everybody who were across the ring from me. But I just know, the first time we fought, the very first time we fought was at the Golden Gloves Nationals. First day, we fought. It was a competitive fight. We went back and forth. I got the decision, and like to me, it was just like, okay, I just beat the #1 guy in the country. Everybody else is food. That's how I took it from that point on.
Dude, that's awesome. And obviously, there's a little bit of a history there, and we're going to get to that, and I'm looking forward to it. But I want to start with, walk us through the 2020 Olympics. You had earned your spot, you were team captain, and due to COVID, there were some complications. Can you tell me kind of exactly what happened there?
So I made the team. So you had to take first or second place to go to the qualification camp. I took second place. Actually, I did not win the trial. I took second place. I took silver. Javier Martinez won the trials. We went to the qualification camp. I believe I outperformed him in the camp, which is why I earned a spot on the team. So once I got the spot on the team, we were waiting. We were getting ready to go to the qualification tournament because once you qualify, once you win a spot for USA, that's not it. You have to you're on USA team. But now you have to go beat some of the best guys in the country. I mean, in the world. Sorry, not the country anymore. You got to go beat some of the best guys in the world and place at a certain place so that you can earn your spot in the Olympics. Mm-hmm. So we were getting ready for that, and next thing you know, COVID came. It just came out the blue. It hit. Everybody thought it was something that was going to go away, but it stuck for a while, and they canceled all of our qualification tournaments. So with them canceling the qualification tournaments, the next step was they had to bring back some guys that already had points from previous years of being on USA team, So that's how, when people look and they're like, oh, Troy took Joe's spot. No, he was given my spot. He had the points. He earned those points. Don't get me wrong. He earned his points. He was on the team for a while. He took bronze at World, so he earned his points. But he was given my spot by Team USA in order to have someone compete at 165.
How did you feel when that all played out?
At the moment, me and Troy were cool, so I was happy that it was him. But I really wasn't. I wasn't happy with the situation. I was like, all right, but to me, it was move on to the next. You can't cry over spilled milk.
You have said that missing the Olympics was one of the best things to ever happen to your career. You mentioned it gave you a permanent hunger. Can you explain that?
Missing it is like, it's just that hunger. It's just me. It's that it can be snatched away in any moment. Anything you do can be snatched away. You can't take anything for granted. I felt like I made it to the spot where I wanted to be. I was on the USA Olympic team, on the qualification team, and it was like, I'm here now. And then it was like, nah, it's gone. So to me, it was just that hunger. It builds that hunger. Like, I know no matter what it is, it can be taken away from you just like that.
And to get it back too, right?
Yes.
Would you say that you're the same fighter today because you missed the Olympics, or are you better because of it?
I believe I'm better because of everything I've been through.
So I want to get into to Troy a little bit here. And we've talked about it. We've touched on it. You guys fought at the Nationals, and obviously there was the deal with the Olympics. I believe prior to the just starting, you said you guys have fought 3 times, right?
Yeah, we fought 3 times.
So there's a lot of history. You guys were teammates, and you were chasing the same dream, and now you're fighting each other. What do people not understand about your history together?
Honestly, it's built as if it was always some type of animosity or anything like that, but it's never been that. I mean, maybe he did maybe he did himself hold a grudge or something because I beat him twice, But me personally, like, a boxing is boxing, so I try to keep boxing because sometimes it get hard for me to understand that when you just talking boxing when you make threats or anything like that. So I just keep it that way, and just because, I try not to go there. I try not to go there with anybody
because you don't want to have the emotion as part of it.
It's like when I go there, I'm there. It's not not really a calm. It's not a calm version of me you're gonna see, And I feel like I'm growing out of that, and I want to stay away from that version of Joe. Everybody likes to bring up y'all fought 3 times. You beat him before. To me, it don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything because Troy was an amateur. I was an amateur. That was 6 years ago. And like I tell everybody, that's the thing about the amateur days. Those are the amateur days. It's not today.
I hesitate to ask you this, and I'm going to preface that, right? Because of what you just said. I saw Troy's response to you saying you were going to get it back in blood. And without repeating the entire thing, he basically said Joe was never the better fighter. What's your response to hearing that?
Honestly, I didn't say any of that they wrote that I said.
For real?
I don't care about the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt Troy because of Troy's mouth. That's why I'm gonna hurt Troy. Troy is one of those people. He lives in one of those he's like a kid still, and he don't understand that some things get real.
Yep.
And like I just explained to you, I try to stay on a level-headed. I try to stay level-headed. I try to make boxing. And I think Troy is one of those people that don't understand that there's people that are real out here, like real. And I'm one of those people of where, like, you watch what you say, because after the fight, there's not going to be any handshaking. There's not going to be any, oh, it was just business. Because once it gets personal, then I'll take it there.
100%, man. Without giving away your game plan, where do you believe that you're better?
I believe, honestly, I believe that, I'm just a better man. I'm just a better man, Like when you sit down and you look at us as men, I'm the better man. You in the boxing ring, inside of the boxing ring, I can adapt. I can be going through something in that ring where, like, I can fight. Like I fought my whole career with the Enlarged heart. You know what I mean? My whole career with the Enlarged heart, and to do the things that I've done and starting at 19 with an Enlarged heart, I think that's where my advantage is just, I have advantage other places, which I don't want to speak much on.
For sure.
But something that you can't train for, something that you can't get ready for is my courage, my heart, my determination. There's nothing that's been able to hold me back my whole life, man. Like, honestly, like my doctor told my mom, keep me out of sports.
Can we talk about that? Like, so you said you've been fighting your whole career, or most of your career?
Career.
With an enlarged heart. So was that like a genetic thing? Were you born with that?
So I wasn't born with it. They caught it when I was in high school. They told my mom to keep me out of all sports. I shouldn't play anything, do anything. She couldn't keep me out. And, it just went from that. She realized that I was going to live or die with making my own decisions. And we went from there, and boxing started. I realized that I got to work harder than the other guys because everybody else healthy.
Yeah.
And that just became a lifestyle, like just working harder.
So have you always kind of felt a little bit like the underdog coming in the sport?
Some sort of, kind of the underdog, but like I said, I always believed in myself. So
yeah,
it's just me believing in myself, me knowing who I am. I never really felt like that another man was better than me.
I mean, your record speaks for itself, man. I mean, let's be honest. You've got quite the resume to back that up. But that's crazy to do that. Has that ever affected you, medically or anything like that, or it's just a condition that you have to be aware of?
So honestly, some days are better than others. Mm-hmm. Some days are better than others. So some days I'll be in the gym, and I can feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to go a little lighter today. But some days are better than others. But I mean, to me, it's just, I always push myself. So I never making it, like, even with the loss, mm-hmm. I don't make excuses. Like I could literally like tell everything that was wrong with me that day. But the only thing that I say is it was a 10-pound rehydration clause. I fought at 154 pounds.
So do you feel like they weight drained you?
That and my health combined,
mm-hmm.
That right there, though, you combine those two things. I mean, if you look at any fight I've ever had and then you look at that fight, I didn't have any pop. I didn't have any speed. I just looked like a shot fighter.
That's something that I still haven't been able to wrap my brain fully around as I continue to learn like the business side of the game. And you see that a lot with certain fights, right? Where there's these rehydration clauses. You're not letting guys cut weight. They've got, and you essentially become weight bullies at that point, right?
Yeah.
What's your thought on that part of it?
The rehydration clause, I mean, it's there for a reason. Before you get the fight.
Yeah.
There's if you go into a fight with the rehydration clause and you lose, nobody but to blame but yourself, which is the same for me. I blame myself. I knew there was a 10-pound rehydration clause. So me honestly, if you go into a fight, like if me and you signed a contract right now, right? Let's say you were a fighter and we signed a contract right now and it says you got to weigh in at 170, but Joe's going to weigh in at 195. We knew that. You can't go after the fight and say, man, this is, we knew that. So it's up to you.
Why do you think so many fighters accept the terms and then go on a tour with their PR team and bitch about it afterwards?
Because they feel how I feel. Like when they first went to that, when they first took that fight, they thought like, hey, 10 pounds, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, well, whatever the weight is, the rehydration weight is, I'll be all right. And then that day when it came and their body didn't snap back and they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, because we get in the ring, we think we think we're Superman. We think we some of the toughest people in the world. Like, so when we get, we don't think that man can beat us. And then we wake up that next day and your body you can feel it. You're like, man, I shouldn't have did this. But now you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty common. It's become more and more common. Who's the hardest puncher you fought?
The hardest puncher I've fought? Fought, like in the ring?
Yeah.
Mel's a guy from Canada. I don't know his name.
For real?
Man. We fought. He hit me with an overhand right. And because the fight I was boxing him, it was pretty easy. He was strong. I could see he was strong. But I didn't know he was that strong. He threw an overhand right and like, I was like, okay, you're not touching me again.
It's time to move.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite fighter growing up?
Growing up, my favorite fighter, I'm Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather.
Awesome. I'm from Louisville, which is where Muhammad Ali is from, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's he's definitely, as far as I'm concerned, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, him, Floyd, and Sugar Ray Robinson, but I'm more so caught on the Sugar Ray Robinson as watching highlight tapes and not really, they don't really have all his fights.
What is winning on August 15th going to mean for your career?
So when I win August 15th, honestly is right now, this is just the biggest focus. I really try not to look at anything, but once I win on August 15th, to me, it's just going to be something another story I can tell my kids.
What happens on August 15th?
God willing, I dominate,
Is there anything you want to say to Troy?
Like I said, I'm not really one of those guys.
No.
Because, I let my hands talk. But honestly, if you think that you're going to fight the amateur Joe or the Joe that fought Wendy Toussaint, or you think you're going to be in the ring with the nice, calm Joe, no, you get the killer Joe. This is what you get.
Where can everybody follow you, Joe?
On Instagram, I'm at Joe Shug Hicks.
Yep.
I'm not really big on the internet like that. My wife tries to be, but it's kind of hard for me. Like I said, I'm an old school guy, man. I was raised by old school OGs, and so it's kind of difficult for me to get in love and get in tune with the Instagram. And
I totally get it, man. I'll be honest with you. It is part of my job. It is part of what I do for a lot of clients, and it is part of what I do for this podcast. And it is exhausting.
You're doing a great job. No, I watch some of your stuff. I love the interview that you had with JJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was cool having him here.
Yeah. That kid, you talk about some of my favorite fighters that I've actually fought with. That's one right there.
Definitely up and coming, and it'll be exciting. I don't know if you saw that he just was ranked number 5 by the WBO. So that world title fight is coming soon, man.
It's right around the corner for him, man.
It's coming soon. I'm really looking forward to it.
He works so hard, so he deserves it.
He does, and he's so humble. And I've said that before, and a lot of people, whenever he comes up in conversation, I say that. I'm like, he's just chill. Like every time I see him, he's like, "Oh, what's up, Kyle?" Like, no matter what he's in the middle of, I'm just like, "Dude, thanks, man."
He just that's JJ.
For sure. Anything you want to say to the fans before your fight on August 15th?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that supports me, that believes in me. Everybody that backs me up, everybody that's gonna watch. I'm gonna give, like everything I do, I'm gonna give my all. God willing, we come home with the victory and the belt. But I just thank y'all for the support. Stand with me on this ride through this journey, and just continue to stay tuned.
Awesome, Joe. Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Yep.